Hey everybody, welcome to a new kind of video. This one's called Styling and Profiling. This video basically takes a look at different STL files that we find online. When what will happen is we'll get the file, we'll download it, we'll print it, and then we'll paint it, and then we'll show it to you, and you can decide whether you want you want to go and get it. Now, the 3D printing hobby is new and it's taken the actually hobby by storm. It's a hobby on its own. You got folks now who are slowly mastering the art of printing. You got folks who are creating STL files, and you have people who are reviewing. It's a whole new hobby. In fact, this is one of those hobbies that I think is a very nice byproduct of miniature painting. For one thing, now we have even more miniatures that we probably never paint. So what will happen in styling and profiling is we'll get a 3D model. Actually, here's the best bit. My friend Joe, whenever I see him, he gives me this small box of things that he's 3D printing. Um, I have no idea what he prints, but whatever he's got, whatever he finds interesting, he just puts it in a box and he passes it to me. And I thought, yeah, this is a interesting subject to do a video on. So I have no idea what I'm gonna get. So each video might be different. But here's the thing, though. Every video that we do, we'll do our best to find the credit for the STL file, and we'll put it in the link in the description. That way, when if you like what you see, head on over and support a creator. Now, here's the thing, though. We'll probably not do STL files from large companies because I think they've got enough support as it is. So I think most of the things that we'll paint, download and print, will probably be smaller creators. This is just my way of promoting, you know, the up and coming creatives. Yeah. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if you like STL files and you want to see what comes out, or at least what I'm gonna be printing, stick around. We've got one already set up, and that will happen right after this intro. Right. So what happened was a couple of days ago, I went down to see Joe, and he had this little box of things that he printed. Joe's currently learning how to do a lot of 3D printing. I'm slowly upgrading from one 3D printer to another. So all this like failed projects ends up in a little small little box, and I get it. Of course, occasionally I'll ask him to print me something, but I like the fact that he drops stuff in there which I would have never thought of getting. So when I was looked in the box this time around, there was a tank. There was a 1/100 scale tank. Now 1/100 is 15 figure scale. I think that's what they call it. I'm not so sure, but it's 15 So it's the M46 Patton. So what I did was I went online. Of course, I went to go research it. I've never played the Korean War, and apparently this tank had service in the Korean War. This is the successor to the Pershing. Some would call it. It's almost a Pershing, apart from a few upgrades. But so yeah, so I did a search, and it kept coming up with images of this one particular design. It had a yellow turret, because apparently, and it had a tiger design. So apparently, what happened was during the conflict, tank commanders had an idea of painting tanks with tiger designs to have a psychological edge over the enemy. So there are a lot of designs. So it's very strange that there was only one design that kept coming up over and over again. It'll probably be the design that I'll do now. The yellow on this one is extremely bright, so what I might do is I might choose a slightly more orangey look, just because. I mean, maybe I'll use the yellow. I'm not so sure. We'll decide what happens when I get down to the painting table. And it's got like it's got painted, you know, paws with claws, and it's got a little like mouth thing in the eyes on the third. It's kind of bizarre looking. Not really very beautiful, but at 1/100 scale, I could do this like, you know, in the evening. So that's what I'm going to do. So first we'll have a look at the different parts building this. Let's do the M46 Patton. We'll start off with showing you the bits that they have in the kit. Can you call it a kit? Yeah, you can call it a kit. And then we'll build it, and then we'll print it. I don't know much about the actual actually 3D printing. So I'll see it. I will call it as I see it, and then hopefully I'll learn something, you know, along the way. So yeah, the M46 Patton. Let's go. Right, so let's have a look at the pieces over here. This is one part of the track. Let's have a look. There's a little thing at the back here. I'm gonna clean that up, whatever that is. Okay, so that's one part of the tracks. Then you got this. This is the other part of the track. I need to go in there and maybe with something sharp, go through it, have a look and see how to clean that bit. This is the bottom part of the chassis. There, it doesn't like, yeah, bottom part of chassis. And then there's the top part of the chassis right there. Can't really see much of the detail on this bit. I mean, this is 15mm though, but probably have to clean that bit over there. That bit off. Then you got the bottom part of the turret. Now, what I want to know is, what's okay, got it. So yeah, the bottom part of the turret, and then this is the top part of the turret. Should go together like that. But there's this thing here though. I don't know if we can see it. I don't know if it's part of the design or what. But maybe it's the bottom plate. Maybe. I don't know. Not so sure. That's what the turret's gonna look like. Right there. And then I think there's the, hang on, we'll get to you in a bit. That carriage right there. This one goes, I want to say this one goes right there, I think. So I gotta clean this bit up. Yep. Then finally, barrel. Now, look at that. I've got the clip. I've started. I've got to clean this whole bit off. I have no idea how yet, but I've got to clean this whole bit off without ruining the turret. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it. Those are the pieces. Looks like a simple enough build. I think a lot of my time is going to go to this bit over here, getting this done. So yep, I managed to get that removed. Still a little bit, but should clean this a little bit more, but it came off quite alright. Now the only issue is to smooth this bit out and that bit over there. Clean this up a little bit. But yeah, coming along. Right, so here's the tank. We've assembled it, we've sprayed it. black. It's quite not everything fit perfectly, so I'm not so sure whether it was the printing or what, but you know, it looks quite stable. Same goes for the turret. I managed to remove the it looks pretty smooth. Yeah. Right, so now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna lay on some color. I'm thinking go with a nice green first, and then do the yellow on top of it, and then do the detail. So that will be the sequence. But so far so good. Looks like a nice model. So I decided to go for reflective green, Vallejo's reflective green. And I gave it just base colors, you know. No washes just yet. I dabbed the colors on just to give it a inconsistent coverage. Went for silver for the tracks just because. Same goes for this. The thing is, at a smaller scale, sometimes the colors tend to change a little bit. So I use reflective green and perhaps with some washes and stuff like that. It'll be a bit darker. But what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go in and on top of this green, I'm gonna put the yellow. I'm doing that simply because the tanks were repainted, so maybe doing it that way might simulate that look. So it might not be a full yellow look. In fact, it might actually look quite dirty. But yeah, that's the idea, and that's what I want to do with this. So that's pretty much it. I added a little bit of yellow, again, as promised, little tiger pattern. I didn't want to go for the whole fang and mouth and paw thingy. It just looks better like this, I think. I did a little bit of a base with you know, a little bit of like some brown sand basing. It looks alright. Give it a nice wash, mix of black wash and brown wash. But let's roll credits though. I'd like to thank Joe for like putting this in the box, to be honest. Also, if you're yeah, credits. This one's called M46 Patton Easy Print and was uploaded by Wyndham Graves, February 1st, 2023. So if you wanna print this, head on over to Thingiverse, Thingiverse, Thingiverse. Head on over to Thingiverse, the link's in the description, and download the file, STL file, and let it go, let it run. So this one was printed 15mm, 1/100 scale. I'm sure you can like up it to a bigger scale, maybe for 28mm. But it was a simple kit, very easily done. The parts fit rather well. A little bit of cleanup, you know, a little bit of yeah, a little bit of filing down the different parts for it to fit smoothly. The paint job was also kind of simple. It looks kind of much brighter here, but if you were to look at it, you know, IRL in real life, it's much darker. It's got a nice little like slightly brown hue, but you can tell that it's a yellow that's painted on the green. I really wanted that look, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's the STL file that we printed. This video's gone longer than it's supposed to be honest, for a 15mm figure, but you know, it's the first one, so why not? Also, don't forget, we have a Buy Me a Coffee. So if you're interested in buying me a coffee, you know, go ahead, click the links in the description. If you like videos like this, do send us a message, do send us a DM, do subscribe, give us a comment, so we'll know when Joe passes me another box of STL files, I'll know to shoot it as I paint it, because you know, I enjoy painting figures, and so should you. And with that, that's it.